Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with morsels of a thought number. Guess what? 1645. And we are on a Friday. We are going into Dr. Brody Miller's Brain Rescue, a 90-day blueprint to reclaim your memory after a brain injury or concussion. So we are going to read from page 86. Oh, I love his signature. It would be an honor to read it. Blessed 2025. This is the 2025th year in the year of our Lord, Anno Domini. So it's called In the Year of Our Lord 2025. So it's AD 2025. The AD comes before 2025, the year. The fifth step in the book is G for gamify it. We are in chapter 5, the second pillar. E is for E.N.G.A.G.E. All right. So the fifth step is G for gamify it. When it comes to rebuilding your memory, think of the word gamify. I mean, this is about making your daily activities as engaging and fun as you possibly can. Rebuilding your memory isn't about going back to who you used to be. It's about leveling up and becoming something greater. Picture your recovery journey like a video game where you're the hero navigating through levels, unlocking new skills, and picking up power ups along the way. The only difference is instead of slaying dragons, you're taking on scattered thoughts, brain fog, and lapses in memory after a brain injury. I will let you know, Dr. Brody, you can go and design a video game, get a grant, Stanford University, have somebody create the code for a video game with this idea. It might feel like your brain, says the author, has betrayed you. It might feel like your brain has betrayed you, leaving you with mental fatigue and a scattered mind. But here's the truth. Your memory isn't gone. It just needs a new path forward. Neuroplasticity is the amigo on your side, friend. Your job is to make this rewiring fun and engaging, so fun that you can't wait to do it. This is where gamifying your recovery comes into play. Remember, the more fun we make so-called mundane or boring activities, the quicker we can reinforce things and make them automatic. I I heard a comment from a different author before that you should go into meditation as if you were trying to put a fire out of your hair. So this is where rewiring fun is so fun that you can't wait to do it. Think of that too. Back to Dr. Brody Miller. Turn stats into milestones. Track your progress like a game. This section says to turn stats into milestones. Track your progress like a game. In life, you need to track where you are now to know where you are going. Think of tracking your weight on a scale. It's important because it shows you how to adjust. To be honest, in the early stages of my practice, I used to think that consistently tracking health statistics was doing a disservice to my patients. But the issue I run into time and time again is that people have no idea where they are going or what to improve until they can prove to themselves that they are on the right track and getting better. Let's start with three of my currently favorite wearables that I love using with my patients to measure where they are going and to gamify the things. This happened, so I guess the printer did a bad thing. So it says here, heart math inner balance. Heart math inner balance tracks heart rate, HRV, mood, and heart coherence. Aura ring, O-U-R-A, aura ring tracks total sleep, REM sleep, deep sleep, and efficiency. Apple Watch checks V02 max, V sub 02 max exercise time and calories burned. I think V stands for velocity. So it's their speed of walking, possibly. Setting weekly and monthly goals can, I could be wrong, I'm not an expert. Setting weekly and monthly goals can be very helpful, whether they are quantitative and measurable or qualitative and subjective. When you hit it, reward yourself. Maybe it's a break, a favorite treat, or just a moment to soak in the progress. Make it a ritual to celebrate every win, no matter how small. The science of play, why making fun works. This is a section that about the science of play, why making it fun works. This isn't just about having fun, it's about unlocking the full potential of your brain. Neuroscience shows us that engaging in playful, enjoyable activities releases dopamine, the brain's quote, feel good, end quote, chemical. Dopamine doesn't just boost your mood, it also primes your brain for learning and memory formation. When you turn mind gym exercises into a game, whether it's challenging yourself to remember a list of items in record time or trying to beat your last meditation score, you're not just going through the motions, you're training your brain to adapt and grow. In the book Play by Dr. Stuart Brown, he explains that play is not a luxury but a necessity. It's through play that we develop new pathways in the brain, exactly what you need to strengthen memory after a concussion. So, when you turn each day's recovery activities into a game, you're not just making things more enjoyable, you're accelerating your brain's ability to heal. I mean, that is exactly what animals do because there is a clear evolutionary advantage to it. It's a way to test our God given abilities before being placed into a more serious situation. We're in a serious situation. This is Dr. Brody Miller's Brain Rescue, a 90-day blueprint to reclaim your memory after a brain injury or concussion. He's a PhD that has studied his brain for 8 years now, and he's on Instagram. Um, I'm doing this on the 1645th day of coming to you to try to inspire you to have a great day with inspiration, some wisdom, knowing the right thing to do for yourself, especially lots of people have hit their heads. I hit my head yesterday again on the refrigerator door. Um, so if you know the right things to do for yourself, that is actually called a form of wisdom. It's wisdom to know the right thing to do, and then doing it is virtue. So we want to bring more virtue into the world with morsels of a thought. And here, Dr. Brody Miller has way more souls of a thought. Look at, so he said that gamifying it is a way to test our God given abilities before being placed into a more serious situation. Dr. Brody Miller says, I mean, just look at your dog during the day. If you don't have a dog, I strongly recommend that you do get one day. He or she will play around, growl, and run around. This gets the dog moving and more prepared if a serious situation does come along. My cat does that too. I keep saying that two of my cats, my two cats are like puppies. They follow me around. They probably grew up with dogs. The sixth step, Dr. Brody Miller says, is E for energy. Nikola Tesla, a quote from Nikola Tesla is, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla. Dr. Brody says, this may be the most important part of the book for you to truly grasp because your recovery is not just about fixing what's, quote, broken, end quote. It's about connecting into the boundless energy field that surrounds you and exists within you. The fact is that most people look at the world in a linear way. They think that the A plus B equals C, that if I do X, then I will get Y. That's simply not how things work. A plus B can equal Y, or A plus B can also equal 5. The universe works in mysterious and unpredictable ways, in ways that we will never be able to understand reality completely. Science and traditional physics do help, and they do explain a lot about reality, but they can never explain everything. That is impossible. A lot of this comes from the way we were raised to perceive the world. I mean, look at the stars. The light that you see has taken millions of light years to get here. When we look above, we can also see that a light year is not just a year. A light year is the distance that the light has traveled if you give it a year. That's a light year. That's a long, the distance is long, long, long. When we look above, we can also see that most of the sky is made up of darkness. A similar discovery happened when scientists used transmission electron microscopes to see what is going on inside of subatomic particles. Bear with me. If an ex-college dropout can learn this, then so can you. Atoms appear to be 99.999999999% empty space, but that space isn't really empty. It's actually filled with any energy and information. This is exactly what Einstein called spooky action at a distance. I have noticed that with Qigong. Qi is energy, and Chinese Qigong addresses this a little. I've heard. Okay, so Dr. Brody says, I need to tell you about the experiment conducted by Nicholas Gasson, Gisin, Gisin, a physicist who explored the realm of quantum entanglement. In his groundbreaking research, Gysin and his team separated two entangled atoms. What's mind blowing is that these atoms communicated with each other faster than the speed of light, a phenomenon that defies our everyday understanding of how things should work. Quote unquote. When one atom was affected, the other atom responded instantly, regardless of the distance between them. This experiment demonstrates that everything in the universe is interconnected in ways we don't fully understand. The energy exchanged between those atoms reveals a deeper truth about reality than that we are all part of a vast interconnected energy field. I'm going to pause here to say that this is absolutely supported in the life science technology in the Chinese Qigong way. There have been experiments done at the National Institutes of Health by another doctor who emitted qi. Doctor he emitted qi from one city to another, and he was able to. Anyway, it's all about in qigong. It's recognized that energy is an interaction between two particles. So here, the mind-blowing part that Dr. Brody Miller is talking about, what's mind-blowing is that these atoms communicated with each other faster than the speed of light. Now, this in Chinese Qigong is called thoughts of Qi. Qi has thoughts in it. She has thought in it. So everything works according to a certain way. All right, so we're here back to Dr. Brody Miller. Um, I will say it is Friday, 2025, and I am reading from Dr. Brody Miller's book, Brain Rescue, a 90-day blueprint to reclaim your memory after a brain injury or concussion. He's studied brain injuries for many years now, and he is on Instagram. You can find him there, Dr. Brody Miller, and I'll read his book. This is Morsels of a Thought and Hopefully of Wisdom. My aim is to give you a good day, and I'll read now. After a brain injury, says Dr. Brody, it's common to feel like your energy has been drained and your spirit dimmed. But the truth is, your energy has not left you, it's simply been disrupted. You have the power to shift your state, elevate your vibration, and tap into a level of healing that goes beyond just physical recovery. See, he's getting into chi now. He doesn't say it, but that's what he's doing. I can tell. That's what I believe. This is I studied with Dr. E.N.G.E.G.E, Y-A-N-X-I-N. Anyway. It goes beyond just physical recovery. It's about accessing a higher consciousness where true transformation happens. Energy is the foundation of everything. The invisible force that shapes your reality, fuels your healing, and rewires your brain. I want to tell you a I want to tell a story to you all, and maybe you can relate. It feels like yesterday as I was sitting on the floor of my room. I was feeling quite awful at the time. I decided that I would not get up from the meditation until I felt much better. In the month prior to this, there was something that really bugged me. I often asked myself if I was developing Parkinson's disease like the great Muhammad Ali. It tortured me to my core. After 30 to 45 minutes into the meditation, my head started shaking quite violently and rapidly. It was really scary. Dr. Brody, that's called 自发动功, spontaneous motion. Spontaneous movements come from doing qigong. So you actually had spontaneous movement. It's a known factor. So yeah, it's okay. Like violent, super random convulsions. The intensity only continued to get more and more. However, I decided to stop fighting the shaking. Let go and trust that this was, quote, supposed, end quote, to be happening. I continued to shake violently, maybe even more forceful than before, for about 2 to 3 minutes. When I did that, I experienced a huge energy release that to this day is difficult to describe. The best way I can say it, I felt a huge trauma release and a deep connection to the universe. It was as if space and time collapsed upon itself. That's incredible, Dr. Brody Miller. He says, I have had multiple experiences like this during my meditation. Needless to say, I have never doubted the power of energy since then, because that is all that there is. Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible to do Qigong and not know you're doing Qigong. Goodness. And to get that result, it's amazing. I've never gotten that far, ever. For you, says Dr. Brody, this means that your recovery isn't just a linear process. By tapping into this energy, connecting with your surroundings, and engaging with your inner self, you can ignite a transformation that goes beyond just healing. You can generate a new reality filled with possibility. The energy you generate within yourself can transcend barriers, much like the atoms in Geison's experiment. Geisen. This powerful connection can lead you to new heights in your journey toward recovery and wholeness. Embrace it and watch your life transform. Here is an action step. Three easy Steps to interrupt your pattern. This is last part of the chapter 5. The second pillar, E is for E.N.G.A.G.E. Action step. 3 easy steps to interrupt your pattern. When you get stuck in an unproductive way of thinking, feeling, acting, or overall bad energetic state, you really need to break the pattern. At the end of the day, every action has an equal and opposite reaction in the universe. Call this the law of karma or whatever you want to call it. It, unquote, is undeniably true. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction in the universe. Newton said that for physics when he created calculus. Anyway, number 1, catch yourself. Catch yourself, this doctor. Whenever you have a negative thought, emotion, or behavior, catch yourself and become aware of it. For extra effect, you can scream out or yell it in your mind, stop! Number 2, interrupt the pattern. Depending on how strong, hardwired, or automatic the speaking is actually supported in the Chinese thing, the technology. 2, interrupt the pattern. Depending on how strong, hardwired, or automatic the pattern is, you will need to interrupt it with an equally powerful force. Some of the best ways to interrupt the pattern are to take a deep breath when you say something negative. Other ways are to take a cold shower, engage in vigorous exercise, change your environment, or a continuous deep cyclical hyperventilation breathing. Number 3, repeat. Things often do not change after one time of interrupting the pattern. Continue to do this until it breaks the pattern for good. Claim your VIP spot today. Get early access to discounts, offers, and 15 free, quote, mind gym, end quote, exercises. Just scan the QR code or go to www.dr-bro.com/ VIP Brain Rescue. One word. VIP Brain Rescue. So that's www.dr-bro.com/ VIP Brain Rescue, all one word. And here is that can all be small letters. And this is the QR code. I hope it works. If I can hold it still, I don't know if it will, but anyway. So, okay, I want to say hello to everybody who comes to the replay. John, Park, Colleen Dracos, Gina Portoff, Mandy Alexi, Marty Blue. It's good to see you when you go there here. Please like and subscribe on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is at E.N.G.A.G.E 99, and I haven't given it a name, but it's Yin Yang Morsels of a Thought. Okay, so I will see you and talk to you again later. Old Kindergarten,